Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad. This is the Firefighter's Financial Toolbox. If you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell and you'll get notified every time I make a new video. Today we're going to talk about the coronavirus stimulus plan. Everybody knows about the stimulus check, right? $1,200 per person, $2,400 if you're married, plus $500 per child, 17 or under. But there's some other things that people may not know about. For example, with this coronavirus stimulus, they're allowing Americans to tap into their 401ks early. Now, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a couple of the changes that have come with that. First of all, sounds really good, right? We can get into our 401ks for up to $100,000. One provision says you can take as much as $100,000 for your retirement accounts this year without paying an early withdrawal penalty. Remember the 59.5 rule. Usually, if you're not 59.5, you can't take that money out without paying a 10% penalty. They can also avoid taxes on the withdrawal if the money is put back in the account within 3 years. And if it cannot be paid back, taxes can be paid on it at ordinary income tax levels over 3 years. Now, it does say that the rules are a little bit loose, but there are some rules on who qualifies for this. It has to be a coronavirus-related distribution. People diagnosed with the virus obviously are eligible, along with anyone who experiences an adverse financial consequence as a result of the pandemic. So I take that to mean somebody who was laid off, and it says the inability to find work, child care, retirement plan sponsors are told to rely on employees' word that they're eligible. It also makes it easier for you to borrow money from your 401k. You always could, right, for certain expenses. But before the limit was $50,000, and this year, for the rest of the year, it will be $100,000 on the loan. Okay, another thing for retirees. First of all, if you're already retired and you're in your 70s, we know that RMDs kick in. RMDs being required minimum distributions kick in at 70.5. Now, with the Secure Act, that's going up to 72, but that doesn't actually take effect until next year. But because of what's going on, when retirees reach their RMD, they're required to start taking money out of their tax-deferred accounts like 401ks and IRAs and pay taxes on those distributions. The legislation currently waives those rules in 2020. So you are not basically required to take the RMD this year if you don't need to. Now, without change, retirees' RMDs would have been based on their account balance at the end of 2019, when the amounts were generally much higher than they are now. A similar one-year waiver was offered during the 2008 financial crisis. So what they mean by that is whenever you take your RMDs, they're always based on the account balance on December 31st of the prior year. Now, we all know that the end of year last year, our balances were a lot higher than they are now currently in March because it's come down quite a bit with the stock market going down. So they've taken this into consideration and have given you sort of a grace period to say, if I don't want to take an RMD this year, I don't have to. Now, is it a good idea to do this? Personally, I think it's a last-ditch effort. If you absolutely need the money and you have no other options, you guys, I understand. Sometimes you have to take a loan even if you don't want to. But think about what your 401k is really for, or your 457, your 403b, whatever your workplace plan is, you guys. Think about what that's for. That's for your retirement. Now, I understand if you aren't making rent and you're going to lose your house or something like this, then obviously you have to do what you have to do. But remember, that money has to be paid back in full, however much you take, within 3 years. If you can't get it paid back, you're going to have to pay the taxes on it. And that could be a big second slug to you after you pay off what you get yourself back on your feet, then all of a sudden you're stuck with a big tax bill. Anyway, you guys, this is one of the things that most people aren't talking about as part of the stimulus plan. And I thought that it was worth taking a few minutes to talk about it and discuss. You guys, what do you think? Is it worth taking money out of your 401k because you can? Or do you think it's a bad idea? Let me know in the comments. Once again, you guys, my name is Brad. This is the Firefighter's Financial Toolbox. If you got anything out of this, you guys, do me a favor, give me the thumbs up, hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Ring the bell. You'll get notified every time I make a video. I try to make a couple of them a week. I've been busy at work, so if I get behind, please don't hold that against me. But thanks for joining me. Have a great week. Thanks.